Okay, what's going on? I said I'm going to do the library, and here it is. Yeah, I got my little video games. I play video games. Before I do that, let me look at this. And as you can see, I am a black man. I know some people might say, oh, he might be Puerto Rican or something. Just wanted to let you know about this video, this Youngblood Blu-ray. This is rare. Very rare. So I'd advise people to try and get this. I just heard of it on YouTube. And so left-handed, so I got to make sure the audio's right. I just heard this on YouTube, watched it on YouTube. I liked it. Part of me thinks I may have seen it before, but this is definitely a forgotten about black exploitation movie. And I got it straight from the company, Ronin Films, because I ain't see it on Amazon. But I heard about it because I keep up with the Blu-ray.com, and they show all the movies. So I knew I had to get this. It was $21 delivered, I think. And yeah, that's my man from that's Cochise. Had to get that because this is rare. And when movies are about to go out of print, the prices go up. Try finding Cartoon on Blu-ray and see how much that one costs. But anyway, here's the little bit of the library I'm about to show. I'm gonna start off with the JFK stuff because that's my favorite topic. And you say I got a lot of these books, but there's even more. Let's start off with this one. Coincidence or conspiracy? Now, what's good about this? I'm trying to hold this right. Matter of fact, let me do this. Move this up. That's what I need to do. See, the good thing about books like these, this is 1977. So it's still within a certain amount of time frame when people are still alive. So as you can see, I blocked some pages also that I need to get back to. But I'm not going to go too deep into this, but the older the books, the better. And you got this one, the second Oswald. I know some people have other things to block the pages, but this is what I got. So the second Oswald. And believe it or not, it sounds crazy, but this is exactly how they pulled the shit off. This is how they had to pull it off. And besides that, there's another one called Harvey and Lee by, what was his name? Forgot his name, but it's called Harvey and Lee. It's very expensive. I got it on a download because this guy, he supplies a lot of the rare books because he doesn't like the rare books being either priced out or taken off the market so people can't read it for themselves. But that one really explains how it was done. And after that, I mean, that book is probably the book that's going to tell you how it was done, period. And nobody's going to be able to refute that. Another one, the whitewash. Now, of course, you got to watch out for guys like this with these kind of names because a lot of these guys wrote a lot of these books right after it was done. And, they immediately want to blame the government, and it's to take attention off of these guys. That's why they do that. They did that with 9/11 too. This is another part. A lot of these can be inexpensive, but sometimes they can be rare. And I sold a rare one, Penn Jones. Do I still have that? No, I think I sold that one because that was rare. It was going for like at least $130. I think I bought it for like $15. So, I said, damn it, I got to get rid of it if I can get that kind of money for it. But luckily, my man, he gave it to me on a download, so I got that anyway. So, but this is good to have because, again, these are older books. See, 1965, when everything is still fresh. So the older, the better. And these kind of books, they'll tell you more of the real deal because everybody was still alive, and Jack Ruby was still alive and all that kind of stuff. So now this one, I had to buy this one cheap. That's why this one is filthy. And this is thick. And as you can see, another one of those type of individuals wrote this book. See, they have to make sure they control the information. And in case you didn't know, all the major publishing companies are by them. But this is good because this will give you a good idea how the CIA works, you know, and all the dirty tricks that they pull off for real. But a lot of people don't realize it because a lot of people, they really don't think that, okay, maybe this is where the volume is. It's hard to tell which side they're talking to on this phone, but you get to learn all the dirty tricks. And this is concerning E. Howard Hunt when he got sued for libel. And this was the CIA agent Victor Marchetti. And his name is very prevalent in the JFK lore. I'm going over these things fast because I got a lot of books to cover. So those books are optional. Like this one, this is optional too. First-hand knowledge, how I participated in the CIA. This is just stuff for extra information. This is a book like this. Robert D. Morrow. So this is the guy with the mailing list. And he sends people rare books. But the problem is he thinks that Lyndon Johnson did it. And Lyndon Johnson had knowledge of it and approved it, but he didn't do it on his own. Nobody's going to risk their freedom and livelihood just so Lyndon Johnson can become president. That's not happening. Rust the Judgment. As you can see, #1 bestseller. Mark Lane, real name is Moshe Levine. And he died recently. He lived for so damn long. A lot of people know who this guy is, involved with the Jim Jones situation. Now this guy, this is a pretty good copy besides that getting messed up. But, you know, usually I don't really pay attention to the quality of my books after I get them because, you know, I usually buy them cheap. Some of these are so rare though. Now this is good because he had the testimony of eyewitnesses, in particular to the Officer Tippit shooting. And once again, where's that date? 1966. He also had a movie about this too. Now, again, it's the good thing he did put it together. But again, it's all to point the finger away from the people who really made this happen. They marked this man for death. They said, we got to take this man out. Something about this guy that they said, we got to take this guy out. But yet Obama and Trump served 2 terms. Now this is by a British guy, Anthony Summers. Highly detailed and thick. This one, before you even read this, now I don't expect anybody to go out and buy these. Yeah, I forgot that other Malcolm X book too, by the way. But this one is a very good one. This will give you the behind the scenes of a lot of the stuff that the media didn't focus on, but it's written in the record. But again, Harvey and Lee, if you had to buy one book, I recommend Harvey and Lee. Damn, what's his name? I forgot the author's name. I forgot his name, but if you look on Amazon someplace, it might cost about $100. He sells it on his own website too for about $100 with the evidence. But there is a website on it too. It's called Harvey and Lee too. So check that out. Jim Marrs, Crossfire. This is another, I said this is a must-have as well. The movie JFK comes from this. But it didn't go into everything. Like the Oswald doubles. I think a lot of people are afraid to touch that. But what's clear is that somebody was definitely impersonating Oswald before the event took place. There's no doubt about that. That's on the record. That's clear cut. That's why the Warren Commission couldn't leave it out. And I think the Warren Commission, what they did is they had everything put in there. Not everything, of course, but a lot of the evidence that people couldn't help but to put out there so that years down, probably 100 years after the fact, because remember, Gerald Ford always said, he said, we didn't say that there wasn't a conspiracy. He said that we found no evidence of a conspiracy. See, that's that lawyer talk. That's to cover all their asses in the future. So he's basically saying once the shit is uncovered, he can say that he didn't lie. So he's dead. Gerald Ford, big conspirator. Now this is not a must read, but this is just something to get into if you want to get into it. And there's videos of him. I think my man, damn, I'm forgetting people's names. See, when you go live on the air like this, you forget their names. We All Be TV. He had this man on. I believe he's still alive now. I believe it. Or he could have just died. No, I think he just died. So, but he wrote this. This is a good account for him to write because he was the first, as you can see, White House Secret Service detail. And JFK, he put this man on there. They didn't want any black people on there. But JFK was proactive in helping the black man. This is what I keep trying to tell black people. But black people, they want to believe the hype. I used to believe it too. Now this is, another one of those names. I told you they control the information. But they, even if they're truthful, what they try to do is they try to steer it away from them. Now, this is good because this details all of Oswald's activities with documents. It's thick, and you have to be well versed or have some type of cursory knowledge of the behind the scenes stuff. This is how I know all about CIA operations and all the dirty tricks that they pull from reading all these books. And when it comes to this JFK stuff, you can bet I read these front to back. This one, it's hard to say how true it is, but this one details a doctor who's working on cancer with David Ferry, the guy who played, who Joe Pesci played in a JFK movie. They didn't really detail all this because I guess they didn't want to go into that, but the lady was murdered, and you can find pictures of her murder or her death online because one of her arms was charred off, burned. And they say that it must have been from an electric volt shock on one of the machines that she was working with. It was a top secret machine. So they acted like she got killed, murdered, in order to cover up her death so they wouldn't find out what she was working on. And by the way, a side note, when I research things, I like to try and figure out everything about the time period and the person. She was also a lesbian, by the way. I know some people are like, why are you pointing that out? I'm just pointing it out, man, just in case, save you some time looking it up. So she was a lesbian. She was seeing a Mexican lady, and they were thinking that she got killed by her. But what this man says in the book, I think he's right, because when you look at the crime scene photos, it definitely looks like her arm got charred off, and you just can't get that from a fire on a mattress. And they just stabbed her and burned her to try and cover up the fact that her arm got cut off, or burned off. And they also go into detail about how they tried to kill Castro and how AIDS could have came about because of what they were trying to do, trying to stop his immune system. So it probably came about accidentally, then they put it out through society, through the homosexuals. So it's good. This is a good book. This is not a must-have, but I say this is definitely a strong one to get. This one isn't a must-have either. But I got it because Steve Coakley was talking about it. Spyro Agnew, former vice president to Richard Nixon. And I had to get it because he said that Spyro Agnew said, go quietly or else. And see, the or else is in red. And that's when it came to Richard Nixon. Because different people Save the video to a new file. It's still recording, I guess. Okay. So I got a big card. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, as the story goes, when they were trying to, Richard Nixon, obviously he was in on the JFK assassination, and they wanted to get rid of him. The whole plan was to get George Bush into the White House and the Bush family. Richard Nixon was supposed to take George Bush as a VP. He didn't do it. He got Agnew. Now, they were trying to get rid of Richard Nixon. Obviously, they couldn't kill the man because once you kill a man so soon after JFK got killed, that's really going to look suspicious. But they told Agnew, you get the hell out of here. And they tried to get him on phony charges. And they said, go quietly or else. This is his book. He says, and this is from Alexander Haig, who told him this. Get lost or else. As we know, when Reagan got shot, Alexander Haig said, I'm in charge. Now it's an attempted coup right there. So Bush can become the president. Because that's what it was all about. And obviously, you know about the Bush family and their dirty dealings. Matter of fact, I got some other books here. It's the Crime Family of Secrets. Okay, I can't see that one. And another Bush autobiography of George Bush, which is actually online. So I'm not even going to go through that because number one, it's stacked up. Maybe I'll do it at the end. But they got rid of Agnew. And then after that, they got rid of Richard Nixon. So that was another coup because Richard Nixon, he said, he kept going to Richard Helms and he kept saying, hey, if you investigate this Watergate scandal any further, especially with, what's my man's name? E. Howard Hunt. He said this will open up this Bay of Pigs thing. And they said that Richard Helms exploded and said it's not about this Bay of Pigs thing. Because they were all in on it. It was a coup. So they got rid of him. They got rid of Nixon. So they wouldn't have to kill him. And they couldn't. Republicans don't get assassinated, do they? Now this one right here, this is rare. I didn't realize how valuable this one was. I forgot where the hell I got this one. I think it was A Books. This is written, as you can see, former police chief Curry. And let me see if I can do it this way. This was the book he wrote because if you watch all the film footage of what happened on that day and that weekend, Jesse Curry, you could see things were happening around him. Even though he was the chief, he seemed to be unaware of a lot of things that went on and how they were able to go on. In other words, how JFK was able to get killed under his watch because he had safeguarded everything. But he knew that something else was up. And he died too. He seemed like a pretty decent guy. But, like presidents, you can see that even police chiefs, they may be the chief, but they're not necessarily in control. Now, the reason why this book is important, and it's the good thing he wrote this, because he saved a lot of important documents and pictures that people tried to cover up. And I'm going to keep turning these pages because trying to get to that famous thing that this book is known for. And if he hadn't written this book, nobody would know and nobody would see the cover up. Hold on a second. Trying not to rip pages. I used to collect comic books back in the day. You know how you used to do it? You used to handle them with care. But I didn't peel the pages on the comic books, but see, he showed all these documents, the wanted for treason, famous thing. I mean, how many people get wanted for, have a billboard wanted for treason and then get shot up on that same day when you come? He was wanted for treason against who? That's the question. But they got their man. And people let it happen. And now you see what's going on today. Two of the killer's bullets found their mark. And I went to the Parkland Memorial Hospital too, just to see Lyndon Johnson. He was putting on his little act. You know, he didn't give a damn about Kennedy, especially when you're about to become the president. I think Connally was shot by mistake. You think, keep in mind, that's why Connally said, my God, they're trying to kill us all. Because I'm sure the plan was to kill Kennedy, and then he gets hit. He's like, God damn it, they're trying to kill us all. A lot of people never picked up on that line after all these years. I mean, who the hell would say they're trying to kill us all if you're in the car with the president? If I hear gunshots, I'm thinking, damn, they're trying to kill him, not me. So this is the evidence as he saw with his pictures and the stuff he was able to get. And this hit the bullet hit here, so that dispels Oswald being the only guy. Now here we go. We're about to get into this. I know I skipped the page, but so I like seeing this because these pictures pretty clear. Even though this is the old book. I went to this theater. People who know or live in the Dallas area, I don't even know if people, especially black people, even want to go to that theater. I don't even know if they understand what the hell happened. And they changed it around I think in the 70s, and then Oliver Stone, when he made the movie, he changed it back to how it looked for the movie. But when you go there, you can see on the ground how the ticket booth isn't in the exact same location as it originally was. But this man obviously got set up. They had to parade him before everybody so that you can at least see him, put a face to the name, face to the crime before they took him out, just like Osama bin Laden. They wanted you to see him, but unlike Oswald, you couldn't hear anything from bin Laden. You had to get it from everybody else. As you can see, this is the homicide report. Which one is this on? JFK. He has a bad autopsy report, but Oswald has a detailed autopsy report. Everybody should know these are fake by now. So that's some of the evidence they collected from him. See, the whole point was to make it look like a poor guy shot him, but Oswald was undercover for the FBI and the CIA, so he couldn't blow his cover. That's why he was able to stay in cover. That's why he had to shut up about it. But once he started talking, say, I'm just a patsy, that's when he realized, God damn it, they're pinning this shit on me. Then that's when they wouldn't let you talk to Oswald anymore, and they wouldn't let him speak anymore. Because they said, uh-oh, this guy knows what's up now. So we got to take this man out with the quickness. So let me get to that famous picture. So he's trying to show you the stuff that they took. Unfortunately, probably never be 100 years until they confess, but even with that, they're not going to tell everything. But that's why you got to read that Harvey and Lee book. That's going to be the closest you're going to get to it. But I got to warn you, that's a 1,000-page book. And he doesn't even go into bankers. So, but this is all pictures. Now, these pictures of his stuff kind of disappear too because they changed the items. That's where the Harvey and Lee book comes in. He shows the evidence. He cites all sources so you can go look at everything. So they added stuff to his evidence pool in order to make him guilty. Stuff that wasn't there. Even a spy camera, they had to take out of the photo. Now, when he went to Russia, why were people following him? That's his autopsy photo. No, where's that how's that famous picture at? Oh damn, hold up a second. This is when he shot Edwin Walker. Turned out to be a homosexual. In that book, they go into that too. Oh man, where is the hell's the picture at? Damn. Should be right around this part of the book. And I missed it. So when he shot General Walker, well, let me God damn, how the hell? I know it was in here because I saw the damn thing. No, it's not a conspiracy. They didn't take it out. At least I don't think they. I need one of those thimbles. See, in that picture, you can see that there were black people out there. I like to see black people. That adds to the realism of the times and helps me better visualize the time period. See, it's part of these pictures that they took because Oswald took a picture of the Walker thing. Well, in this picture, you can see the bullet wound right there. That's how you know he got killed. I can't believe this picture is not found here. Hold up, I got to go back into this because this thing should be in here. Oh, here's a picture of the bullet wound to the curb. Let you know that they had to take a few shots at him and backups just in case they missed. Man, where the hell is that picture? That's the reason why this book is so damn famous and rare. Well, it's not that rare, but it's famous. Damn. This is unbelievable. Where the hell is this at? I'm just go through it one more time so I don't have to keep wasting your time here. It's supposed to be around here. I don't know why it's not here.